What the heck? Alright, y'all, I'm having internet trouble. Damn it. Why now all of a sudden? What is going on? What's up, Olaf? I guess the stream is still live, but for whatever reason, it's telling me the connection is poor. Looks fine to me. Oh well. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. Um, it's a new year, so there's new opportunity, and we need to seize all the opportunities that are at our disposal. Regardless of where you are in the world, if you're able to watch this, it means you're able to sit, think, introspect, and relax in your own space, right? And that is more than enough for you to get busy and look for opportunities around you. So there are no excuses. But anyway, today I'm going to be working on the cover of volume 4, which is this right here. Remembering what Torishima said. He said, hey, what's on the cover got to represent the content of what's inside the book. Obviously, I've always known that. But this is pretty much the cover of volume 4. It's King Arthur here, towering over Alex, who is upset because you know what, right? If you've read it, then you know. So I'm gonna try to finish this. Hopefully it's not gonna take that long. I don't think so, because I really thought about it. That's like, should it be like this or like that? Prior to this composition, I had this one. Arthur was still where he is, but Alex was standing the way he is here now. And it just felt off, felt off. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do it like this, which works out pretty fine. So let's get into it. I'm gonna open a new layer here. Start putting in all the shadows. That contrast is the key to all things. I want to try to render my abs the way Young Wavy renders his. Let me open the pencil. I should be done with volume 4. If not, like the end of February, like the last week of February, then definitely first week of March, it will be done. This is going to be a nice, chunky, well, not so much so chunky, but it's just going to feel right. The right size, the right amount of content. Yeah, it's going to feel good in the hands. That's all I can say. Let's see. Let's not forget to put that line weight. And here, Alex's sword here is different to the one we've seen before. What the heck? Everybody's about to start talking about JJK. I agree. Yes, they are, and Chainsaw Man. It's that season, bro. But it's okay because I've proven it with bloody hell. When nobody's talking about those things, people want to try something new. So let JJK have its fun, right? All the bookstores are going to fill the shelves with JJK garbage, and people are going to come looking for it. They're going to buy, yay, whatever. And then, as soon as the season ends, give it a couple of months, people are going to feel the itch. Oh, I need something else. Oh, I got to try something else. So I am not worried whatsoever. I am not concerned. We all know, in a way, it's kind of fake hype. People know JJK is slop. Studio Mappa, it's just very good at, it's just very good at animating slop and making it look artistic with no value whatsoever. So it's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm not discouraged. Let's see. Oops. Now I'm wondering. Okay, I'll get back to that. I think this black really doesn't work on Alex here. This volume is gonna have some nice backstory for King Arthur. It kind of was unsuspected how it turned out, but I liked it. I liked it. Maybe I can show a glimpse. This is a glimpse of the flashback. No dialogue. No dialogue. But this is it's not a very short chapter. This is chapter 28. Oh, yeah, I think it's chapter 28. A lot of passable was used here, but it's just gonna make sense. So, man, what a fun chapter it was. I only got 2 pages left to draw of it. I should, in theory, be done with this chapter in 2 weeks. And yeah, I think a dude is gonna make... Whoops, weren't supposed to see that. Yeah, nobody clicked the pause button on that one. Like says, new one's better. Brainstorming for my volume cover too. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, Happy New Year. We taking over this year, man. We taking over. MANAA on the rise. Nobody gonna stop us. Hunchbacks have been left behind in 2025. It's 2026. We are not taking any prisoners whatsoever. I had what could have been a shaky start to the year. People asking me for money, right? So the old me would have been like, nigga, you crazy, get the hell away from me. You're always asking for money, god damn it, blah, 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 blah. And now I was like, wait a minute, it's 2026. I'm not gonna react like that anymore. So what I said was, if I give you this money, that means I own whatever you need this money for. And I don't want to hear any excuse type thing. So I kind of changed my mindset about, needing to borrow people money, not even borrow them, give them money for certain things. What are you supposed to do? You know how it is in Africa. You just got to give money to the family when there's a bind. But now I found a way to remedy that, at least the anger. that can come from fixing people's problems. I found a way to get rid of that anger and to turn it into leverage, you know? So, just that alone, I was like, hey, look, I have a new outlook now on unfavorable things. Looks unfavorable, so I've made it favorable, right? So that's how you start the new year, man. Something that was once negative and annoying to you your whole life, and now you don't see it as that. That's how you know you've truly transformed and become something different. Don't sweat the small stuff. I sure as heck don't anymore. It ain't worth it. Okay. Let's get to the coloring. But before that, this is what I do. The line work, man, you like it? Well, thanks. Well, you know what they say, practice makes perfect. Virju Kun, what's up? We're just out here trying to get this cover done for volume 4. We got tight deadlines. Whatchamacall, I need to make all kinds of returns before June. So the first 6 months of a new year are very important to me. I remember last year I was like, man, I failed at everything that I wanted to do in the first 6 months. And then I was like, no, there has to be a way. There has to be something I can do to improve. I can't just forsake the whole year as it is. And yeah, I managed to do something. But this year, I'm doing a lot. And y'all are going to see it. In fact, I was going to make an announcement today about the project as to like, okay, this is what's happening. Let's see. Should I make it now? No, I'm not going to make it now. But what I will say is, if there's anyone that has a product right now that you would know, should know, if I would like it or not, if you have a product on hand right now, you have a volume right now, or you have something close to a volume, send me a DM, because I'm going to give you an opportunity. I want to give you an opportunity if you have a volume. There are 3 slots open right now for people who have a volume or close to a volume ready. Okay? It's 3 slots for such people. I want to give you an opportunity and we'll talk about it. Just send me a DM. Because I did want to make the full announcement, then I was like, you know what? I'll wait a little bit until I have something more to show. Let's see how I'll put the shadows on Alex here. here? All right, time to experiment with the colors. What do you know? Man, this always looks better in your own head, and then when you try to do it in real life, you're like, what the hell is going on? Ah, this is annoying. Fun, but really frustrating as well. Ay, chihuahua. Mm, let's see. Oh, damn, y'all, I'm stuck. What the hell is going on? What if I did this? Uh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Ugh. Shout out Coffee Comics. What a sturdy dude. He used to get me through dark times. He's funny, but he's only ever keeping it a buck 50. Well, I'm glad I could help, man. So you can stay out of that darkness. That's what we do with that caffeine. I see you not using the pep ad music in the background. Oh yeah, hey man. I kinda like that pep ad music, but today, nah, I'm good. This first 6 months I'm doing nothing but working, no distractions. That's what's up. No games. Hey man, things aren't gonna always go as planned. Like what they say, we fall as we go uphill. True that, bro. JBZ, of course you didn't get a notification, bro. The hunchback overlords don't want me, you know, preaching to the masses out here. Black Swan says, how many people do you think have actual paid subscriptions to manga sites versus people who read pirated? We all know that there's more people who read pirated. I just have a strange feeling not many people pay for Shueisha or Kodansha online. It's not just the US. Bro, obviously outside the US, because the US is like subscription capital. Niggas ain't paying for squat. No, they not. You know? You need to give people a very good incentive. So I would say 90% of people worldwide are not paying for anything. They just not. Where's Pierce at? You gave him the day off. I think, you know, I even forgot. Now, I'll have Pierce on sometime next week if he's available. There's been a lot of lightning storms really lately, so he's probably out of electricity. I was out of electricity for a while as well, so. You'd say your manga is mangaka level? Well, it depends how you judge mangaka level. So if you don't know how I judge mangaka level, Brody 54, then whatever answer I give you, you will disagree. So you're gonna have to know how I judge mangaka level. And that's based on all the reviews I've made, so. Lindo Augusta says, I'm included, would not have a problem with paying for bloody hell though. Can't wait for it. Thanks, man. At the end of the day, I understand the subscription thing is not for everybody. But for the artists, it is the best tool they can use to monetize a bit of their, you know, their artistry. And it's fair, understandable, and I'm not just saying that because I'm doing it, but I mean, how else are people supposed to get on by, man, you know? But people just gotta give consumers more of an incentive, because when it comes to pirated work, it's there and available, right? It's there and available. Indie work, well, it's kind of hard to pirate because most people don't even know about it. So, if there's clarity and you know how to compose your panels and shots in each panel with purpose, then I say it's mangaka level. That's a nice simplification, man. Okay, I need to figure this out. If I made all of this blue, no, the real problem is Arthur's face. Having this blue thingy on it is not working. Neither is this working. sometimes black can be your friend, just like so. Mm, oh boy. Okay, let me just do this. Let's see how this will turn out. And my RAM all jacked up. Ugh. No. Okay. Ah, damn it. Ah, this seems to be better. It makes it look like blood dripping. Since the theme of this volume is kind of rooted in that, this could work. Mm. Ah, damn it. How come the gray works so well? I might have to just leave it gray like this. I don't like forcing color um, in a story like this when it just doesn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time, I just not might. Looks like spilled ketchup, sort of. just gray this out. There we go. I've seen some manga where this is done. If I turn it... Because in the end, it's like, okay, what color should author feel like? The red represents a lot of things. But it's not applicable in this situation. The only person who should be in the red is Alex, actually. Getting there, getting there. I'm looking at the Navigator thumbnail, and it looks better from the Navigator thumbnail like this versus with the red. Because at the end of the day, King Arthur is not the enemy. Alex just thinks he's the enemy. So, this seems to work well. Let's see. It's 162. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like this. Let me add a few other things. Getting there, getting there, getting an idea. Getting an idea now. Okay. Gotta add more particles like all over the place. But it has to be well balanced. Okay, it does look better, at least to me. Let me just add another layer of shade. I'm gonna use a pencil. Okay, let me use a different layer. I'll use this one. Pencil. There we go. Now the make or break of this thing is going to be Alex over here. I need a blending brush. Where is it? Not that one. I don't have one on this computer. There we go. Does that even help me? Not really. Oh, damn it. I would pay for subscription if manga was more centralized. Like I could read a variety in one place. If only, bro. But I think it's getting to exactly that. The centralization of everything is what's turning things into garbage. So it's kind of a bad idea to centralize everything. Decentralization is the way to go. Because if there's only one portal to read everything, you know the oligarchs and the freaks of nature are going to make sure that everything is extra gay, as they're doing right now. So, bad idea. Pretty art doesn't always mean you're a mangaka level, but the art quality is the most important part. No, Brody, it's not. Like says, in terms of just art, it's how well it flows and complements works with the story. It's a common thing for Westerners to focus only on good art and leave everything else and fail. To me, failure as a mangaka starts from your audience not even understanding what you're doing to begin with. Nice. Defeats the whole purpose. Exactly. Looks like Brody's adamant with this. Good art and mid story is better than mid art and good story, not gonna lie. Yeah, here comes the arguments. Y'all can argue about that all you want. It's 2026. I ain't going back and forth with this. I'm just not doing that. Comic Con Africa is today, right? No, it's not. It's in August. It's not today. Unless it's Comic Con Cape Town. I don't think the one in Cape Town is in January either, unless they change. But the main one is in August or September. Yeah, September. Yeah, and Cape Town is on the other side of the country for me. I once went to an event in Cape Town where I had to pay for everything myself. And I'm not doing that again because I didn't get anything out of it except for haters who knew me. It's like, yeah, man, we know you, bro. Like, yeah, so cool, bro. But, you got to chill, bro. Like, man, why should I chill? This is exactly why I'm sitting on this table and you're not, because I don't chill. Yeah, bro, if you just toned it down a little bit, maybe you get more support, is all I'm saying. Like, nah. As if I'd ever listen to a South African telling me how to conduct my way of business. Heck no. I'm just not gonna do that. What happened to the music? You think it's worth travel? I'm gonna go this year to Comic Con just to film everything and show you guys that it's not worth it. So don't worry, I'm gonna record everything over there and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Ravon, you don't fuck with my personality? Hey man, well, okay. At least you care about the most important part, which is their authenticity. There's a lot of people's personalities I don't like. I'm like, hey, at least what he's saying is raw and precise. But good on you, Ravon, for focusing on what's important, which is the message, the realness, the authenticity. That is maturity right there. So that's how it's supposed to be. One of these days I'll go to Japan. Yeah, you got to, bro. Take a video. Damn, I was thinking I should fly to Africa to check it out. Well, come on over, bro. It's in September. Gonna be dirt cheap for you. We can live stream the event together. And I'm gonna show you some chicken dust as soon as the event is done. Right? Might be worth the experience. Yeah. Maybe France or Asian country better. Well, obviously those would be better. You only come here if you want chicken dust, bro. Right? If you want to make money, it's not like you'll make it in France either, but it depends, man. It depends what you want. If you want chicken dust, come here, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, here your money will go longer. There'll be plenty of chicken dust. And that's all there is to it. I mean, it is a very big event. Hollywood people come over. You might see people you know. But would I recommend that you come? Of course not. But there's nothing special about events elsewhere either anymore. So, I don't care, because these people, what are they doing? They've centralized what those events have to offer. And they've made sure that what is available is all kinds of dudes getting on top of each other. So, I mean, you especially want to find that in France, you know, in Europe. You're going to find that. At least in Japan, they'll let you know that, oh, this one is a yaoi event. At least they'll tell you at the front gate versus the other places, you know. Bloodness says, Coffee, if you are interested in reading manga again, the seinen heat named Amateur Vigilante. I wonder what you think of it. Oh, if I'll remember it one day, sure, I'll have a look. I'll have a look. I understand you have standards, you don't have fucks to give to people who don't uphold them. All the manga YouTubers don't seriously dedicate themselves to the craft. Yeah, they don't, man. They just want vibes. That's it. Hey, guys, group therapy session time. Nah, we ain't got time for that. New Year resolutions? Not really, but I suppose what I could consider New Year's resolution is never to be upset ever again. I don't like being upset, and that is, if anything, that would be my only resolution. If a hunchback on a hunchback, I'm not going to be upset. I'm like, it's a hunchback. Obviously, this is what they doing. So that's the only resolution I have, bro. It's very realistic, and I think it is within my control to just remember that, look, this is a baboon that has triggered you. You should not be upset that a baboon did what a baboon would do. And so that's how I'm just gonna be. I don't have time to be upset anymore. People let me down. Well, I expected it. Like, of course you did. You know, of course you did. Why wouldn't you? Type thing. I anticipate all things now more than before, and it's fine. Trying to add some shadow here. Okay, let's see how I deal with Alex here. I know I'm gonna have to erase this. Oh, I know what to do here. Yeah, I have to erase though. I don't like you as a person, but I'm a nigga from Africa too. I want to see a brother succeed no matter what. Oh, really? Hey, man. Okay, well, hey, hey, dog. I have nothing to say to that, but okay. I appreciate it. However, honestly, I personally, I'm not like that, bro. Just because you a nigga, I don't care if you succeed or not. I'm not in this collective victimhood narrative that, hey, all niggas are down and out. We know why niggas are down and out, bruh. We know why. Because niggas be stabbing each other in the back, right? So it is what it is, bruh. Like, for me, you just gotta be yourself and not tie yourself, your identity to your skin color. Not tie your identity to your nationality. You're way more than that. So I am beyond flesh and blood at this point. And those who are still tied to that, of course you're always going to be lacking, man. That's not how it's supposed to be. But anyway, that's me. Your resolution, Olaf, is to say no more often. That's what I'm talking about. Say no to the hoes, no to the crazy neighbor, no to the crazy boss. Okay, he might fire you, but say no within reason. But I hear you. I hear you. It's in their nature. I can't be mad at them. I saw a video from Ken. I think you finally made him choose which type of artist he is. He knighted himself as a webcomic artist. Oh, well, shout outs to him. As long as he's dedicated to that one, title, then at least now that is a direction. So, all right, I am a webcomic artist. Okay, hallelujah. This is what you do. This is what you focus on. That's the target market you're going to appeal to. No problem. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Not collective victimhood. I just hate first worlders. Why do you hate first worlders, bro? I mean, hate. I once said, man, we don't have time to hate. You shouldn't hate anybody. You're on the internet because a first worlder built it. Right? Would you really prefer us still running around throwing spears at each other? And I know it's like, oh, that's the That's the white man narrative installed in your black brain. No, it's not, bro. I don't know where in Africa you are, but you can see the toxic stuff that we have to deal with. And you, as an artist, I'm pretty sure that your neighbor hates you more than some white guy in France. You want to be more accepted as an individual artist in a first world country. You know this is true. You know niggas ain't gonna love you for who you are, bruh. You always gotta hide who you really are. Cause you know these dudes are, oh, you think you better than us, nigga? Type mindset. Come on, man. Leave the hate alone. 2026, no more hate. No more negativity. It's holding you back. It's holding you back, man. Because imagine a business opportunity comes from a first worlder. What if your hate gets in the way? It will get in the way. It will get in the way. So leave the hate at home. In fact, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. On YouTube, I notice people will take your ideas for videos and not give you a shout out. I notice when they drop the same topic like weeks later. Yeah, man. I know. Like, they do that to Coach Greg as well. And I've made peace that that's just a hunchback for you. But at the end of the day, they won't have the same impact because you're just copying me. They're going to be a Toyotaro. They're going to be a fraud. I'm going to steal Coffee's topics and run with it and still not have the same impact and suffer and cry and rinse repeat. So it doesn't bother me anymore. First worlders are struggling too, economy kills us too, and poverty. Bonus, of course, if you are lucky getting a hand from the government. Yeah. Everybody's like getting their ass beaten right now, so it is what it is. Don't know why people only think, I don't know why people think only the poor or underdeveloped suffer. Yeah, man. Brody, talk about a little bit about impact. Bro, I guess you're new, man. I'm sorry, but I cannot repeat things I've said for a lot of years now. It's 2026. I can't, man. You can go backwards and watch all the other videos on your day off at work, man. I can't right now. I just cannot repeat things. Like, I don't have time. I just can't do that. With your with your New Year's resolution, I think I'm getting a bit why Dolphin says I have no enemies. It's not in the literal way of there isn't anyone who hates me. Rather, I choose peace. Even if, okay, well, I guess. Too bad the execution of that was not so good, you know. Fun fact, first worlders have the highest rate of depression and obesity. It ain't all sunshine and rainbows. Exactly. Exactly. You ever thought about making Coffee Original YouTube channel where, nope, never thought of that. I ain't gonna do that. You like things centralized? So do I. Not, well, in this context, yes, I'd like things centralized on this one channel, bro. So, yeah. Yeah, Brody. So you are new here. If you're asking Raven, have I impacted his life? I don't even know Ravon. I don't know him, right? So apparently, I'm one of the top impactful people in the field. Well, most people say that in a negative way, that I'm infamous and bloodthirsty and I'm a murderer and I'm a homophobe. But we all know that's not the case. It's just people want to throw those titles around because they are upset that I called them out on their laziness, on their fraud activities. That's all there is to it. But anyway, Ravon, my biggest supporters are from the first world. You know how many people in the third world are supporting this channel? Very little, bruh. So imagine you now, you hating on first worlders. They would be your biggest supporters, right? Don't hold on to the narrative that, oh, every first worlder is bad because their great grandfather stole the land. Like, bruh, they ain't got land right now, right? They suffering. But despite the suffering and the high suicide rates, those who are still alive, they're like, hey, there's Coffee. He's a nigga in Africa, and I like his stuff. Let me go ahead and join his Patreon type thing. You're not gonna get that mindset with people here, bro, because you know how it is. Niggas will be like, oh man, I'm broke, oh man, this, oh man, that, oh that. Bro, you know what I'm talking about, man. There's always an excuse. Dudes just don't want to pay in the third world. They don't. They can say, I like this, I enjoy this. That doesn't mean anything if they are not actually going to contribute to it. So, don't hate, man. You literally get nothing from it. Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay, this is the effect I wanted to try. Whoops. It's too bright. Whoa. No. Man, it's just not working as I thought it would. Annoying. Okay, this is one other way that I can salvage this, which is this. Mhm. Keeping up with Manga Plus? Nah, bro, of course not. I mean, I did show a bit of it yesterday or the other day on the live stream. It's still a disaster, but I'll fix that. I'm gonna fix all of that. Coffee, what do you think is lacking in the manga space for musicians? I don't want to read the trash they produce. So, is it like story themes or the art? Musicians? Because, okay, I think you mean musicians because it says Murikens. So I think you mean musicians. Can you clarify that? Oh, Americans. What do I think is lacking in the manga space for Americans? Um, as I've said in prior videos, most American manga creators are not actually creating manga. They're not. They're creating something that looks like manga or even attempts to look like it. It doesn't follow the same themes that you'd find in Japan, and it doesn't have to be that the story takes place in flippin' Nagasaki. No. But ultimately, the standards of how the Japanese produce manga, most Westerners don't follow that. They just don't. So, yeah, you would kind of be wasting your time trying to swim through that entire ocean of Western manga because a lot of them just are they just playing pretend, bro. It doesn't feel like a manga, and most of the time, it's not even produced like one at a format level. um, they don't have to use the Kishino Kensu writing style, but they don't even they don't even execute the hero's journey very well. So it's a disaster, man. It's a disaster. Mm. It's the art that's lacking. They need to make it look more Japanese. Familiarity, as Lux says, as I say too. Do you actually know anyone who reads webtoons? That's a good question. Not one person I know, bro. That actually reads it? Maybe some do, but they never told me. It's basically free, but I don't know how many people are actually reading. I met some young people, but I'm not sure how much attention actually are getting. For all we know, webtoons obviously is a dungeon, obviously, but it could be generating fake traffic as well for all this time. And we can say, oh, but people get paid and people get an anime there. Ah, bro, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I know one webtoons producer who got an anime deal, and we started a podcast together, but he had to shut that down because somebody screwed him over or something. But right now, he's currently working with the Japanese studio that's producing the anime. I can't say the name of it, but he's there working, and he's from London. So you have to be very lucky with webtoons, which is something that's not possible now anymore. This guy started years ago. He started years ago, so it just doesn't count. Hmm. Webtoons is a popularity contest. Funny enough, your chance is better becoming a mangaka in Japan. Ouch. That is so true. Do you think, what do you think is the most goated art fundamental? You mean what's the most important art fundamental? Well, most people would tell you anatomy, but it depends what type of story you're telling. It honestly depends. That's why I've always said that, especially in the West, who the heck is the target market? You know? So it's not a simple answer of like anatomy is the most important. No, not really. It depends what you're trying to do and who you're selling to. Japan has low standards for what gets adapted into anime in the past decade. It shouldn't be hard to make it in if your product is decent. Well, go ahead and try it, bro. Go ahead and try it. See what happens. It's got nothing to do with being decent or bad. It has a lot to do with luck, number one, being lucky, and politics. So, there's that. Japan is just not the place to go anymore to succeed in this craft. They have fallen. They are a shadow of what they used to be. Now they get most of their funding from, BlackRock and all these other DI massive companies. So do you really think they'll just let you in there? If they do, it's for the sake of being a token. And they would just produce more slop, honestly. So any inquiries regarding the latest competition you're hosting? Yeah, I went through that, bro. Somebody wrote a whole essay asking questions in the new year or the last video of last year. So I went through that. I guess you didn't see that live stream, but there were a bunch of questions. I struggle with laziness, so I need to work on that before I attempt a project. Well, ask yourself, why are you lazy, bro? Are you lazy or are you procrastinating? I'm a doctor, so I can heal your laziness right here, right now. Okay, I'm not a registered doctor. Not that a registered doctor will even help you anyway. A registered doctor got me locked away once, and I'm like, doctor, you're the crazy one, not me. You can't lock me in here. And she locked me in there, so why are you lazy, man? Are you procrastinating? Are you fearful? Because in actuality, some people are, it's not that they're lazy, they just don't see a reason why to commit. Because they're afraid of so much commitment, so little reward. Which one is it? There we go. Looks better with the red like this. What the hell? Why is the same song playing 4,000 times? You sketch for an hour and then get burned out and sleep. Anything productive exhausts me quick. Yeah, man, that's not a good look, bro. There's a serious problem. I don't know your circumstance, your situation in life, but you might. I don't. Usually, I would say sounds like you in a hostile environment, or you have a hostile belief about what you're trying to do at a subconscious level. So that needs serious self introspection right there, to understand why would anything productive exhaust you. You want to live life as a consumer? That's not what we do here. Here, regardless of how hard things are, you want to get it done. You're gonna get it done. There's a lightning storm and ruining your whole electricity all the time. Well, that means you gotta work extra hard before the power goes out, like I have to do, right? So you're gonna have to introspect, man. If you want, if you were given a free ticket to Japan for 1 year, what are the things you would do during your time being there? That's a nice question. But I'm afraid to say that I probably wouldn't do what you guys think I would do, honestly. Now, everybody would think that what I would do is go to Jump and talk to editors and whatnot. Actually, nah, bro. It's 2026. I see things differently now. If I go to Japan for 1 year, the only person that I want to go talk to is Torishima. I'm gonna go to his house with a translator. We're gonna have coffee and biscuits and talk it out and reminisce about the good old days before I was born. Right? That's what we're gonna do. And then after that, would I take a short course to improve my art and learn something from a teacher? Well, it depends who's teaching, right? And an active manga artist right now is too busy to talk to me. Um, I would, so I'm not even going to try to do that, right? So honestly, I would just go talk to Torishima, bro. That's it. There's nothing left in Japan that I need from it or want. I don't care about their studios. They're not what they used to be. They don't uphold the standards that they built for themselves anymore. And that's why Torishima wrote the book. They gone. The true Japanese person has been dead for a while now. So that's why I'm saying that I wouldn't do what you think I would do, because I know there's nothing there for me anymore. And I learned that there isn't much of anything anywhere anymore. When I went on vacation last year, I thought I could experience the same feelings of a familiar environment when I went to a certain place. But when I got there, I was like, wow, I didn't have to come here at all. Like, I was climbing mountains in 2025, going to Silent Hill, almost getting lost, almost getting trampled by wild horses, and I was like, yeah, there's nothing here except for a horse that could kill me. But there's honestly nothing there. So if I were to go there for a year, bro, I honestly wouldn't even stay for a year. I wouldn't. Just talk to Torishima, get some action figures, and get the heck up and out of there. And some art books, I guess. I don't need anything from the Japanese anymore. They don't impress me anymore. I'm grateful to them for creating such an awesome craft that inspired me not to be an alcoholic, right? Or be a criminal and now be rotting in jail. I'm so grateful for that. But they are not those people anymore. If anything, they're just a bunch of hunchbacks at this point, right? So, I don't need Japan. It doesn't have the same value to me as it once did. Oh, damn. It's drive you lack. What's the goal? No goal, just passion. Not strong enough. Uh, yeah, just passion, bro. Passion doesn't need direction. It's just impulse. You know, it's just lighting a fire and burning the whole forest. For what reason? Oh, I was just in the moment. Well, now you don't have any firewood. You know. So yeah. Boom, bam. What's up, bro? What's up? Black Swan. What? Okay. Yeah. You can't say that coffee, the amateur mangaka, kicks our ass. Hell, even the middle school students, they just not known to us, but they still have beasts out there. What are you talking about, bro? You mean in Japan? You mean middle schoolers in Japan are better than us? Well, duh. I can believe that, you know. It's their culture. They're not going to really be called crazy or retarded for drawing all the time as some of us were. So instead of discouraging them, there's plenty of places that they can go to where they are encouraged to draw manga. The parents can be like, oh, come on, you can't. But then outside of the parents' house, there's so many places where they can go get, you know, encouragement. Unlike everywhere else outside Japan. It's hard to stay in Japan for 1 month, let alone a year. It's not a very social place. Nice country and clean, but it's very sterile society. I don't mind that, honestly. But I don't think I would last a year either. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't last. If I was still a teenager, yeah, I'd probably be like, hooray, yada 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 yada, and so on. But not anymore, man. Come on, stupid program. Let's see. Alright, chaval. What am I missing? Almost looks better like this, actually. Hmm. But I really wanted to put the cross over here. Maybe I can do it in another way. What a nice, happy accident. Don't you just love it when this happens? Man. Okay. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I needed the cross over here. Let me do this. Trial and error. There we go. No. Okay, let's see if I do this instead. What happens? Experimentation, y'all. Experimentation. And I gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm tired of AI. I need 90s anime with shonen style and violence. Yeah, same here, bro. I would love some of that. But hey, they are just rebooting 90s stuff and then removing the violence, making people soft and pudgy. Uh, so that's the situation we find ourselves in. We need to create our own 90s version and whatnot, and entertain ourselves. G Bio. G Bio? What's up, man? First time here? Well, first time on the live. Welcome. Outside of manga and entertainment, Japan is very traditional. I don't think you would like the lack of freedom of expression, thought. Very collectivist, although I know in the West is now abominable. Yeah, the problem is that the West went to the extreme with its liberties, its individuality. It went to the extreme and ended up with hyper individuality. And Japan was always in the extreme of conformist. So, oh well. Most people, I think, have idealized version of Japan. I know, man. I was there too. That's why I really don't care right now. Like, I'm not gonna break my back trying to get in there. I'm good. Like, the illusions of what Japan is, they don't have any effect on me at all. A lot of people have been coming out about it. Japan isn't what people think it is. Well, it's like that for most places. Only until you actually experience life there will you understand what it's like. Yeah. Poop art, put more of his clothes outlined. Okay. Make the CRI the cross part of his jacket. Oh, okay. So you saying I should make the cross part of his jacket in a certain way? Huh. Okay, let me try that. Okay, let me try. Let me try doing the cross part with this idea in mind. I'll use this layer. If I do this, let's see what this is gonna look like. Here's my brush tool. Okay, that ain't working. Oh, hell no. Nah. It looks so random. Nope. So what I'm gonna do, for the sake of contrast, is these parts. Oh, I even forgot. I actually did want to make the background red or something as a test. Because it does look better that way. Okay, maybe not this red in particular. I can figure out the right red for this, we could have a home run. Okay, and then now, oh, it's there. Oh, it's cracking the code. Come on. I feel like Oppenheimer about to crack the code for the bomb. Let's see if I do this. Is there a tool that I can use here? There it is. If I use this, I use this tool all the time within the pages. Okay. Let's see if I do. No. No. There we go. What does this look like? Oh no. Kind of look better black, I guess. There we go. Author really looks ethereal like this. But maybe the black is better. Let me see if I put the logo there, what happens. Okay, the logo don't look too good here. I might have to use a normal font for the logo. Ah, I'm stuck, y'all. I'm almost there, cracking it though. Damn it. Yeah. Trial and error, try switching it up. Maybe not red. The cross could be white like before. And the outline of the cross. Oh, I see. I see, okay. Let me try that quick. The black... I'm the black African Oppenheimer of the indie space. That's right, I got the formula. I'm a nuke. These mother suckers up in here, bro. Let me try this outline idea for the cross. New layer. do the cross like this. Whoa. Hmm. Okay, let me raise this. Okay, it kind of got some hot sauce to it now. I wonder if I should make it darker, at least the outline of it. Hmm. Yarne. In anime, they would say. Apparently meaning not bad. Let's try blue. I don't think blue would work well here. Yeah, no. Mm, let's see if I just. Man. Nah. Just. Nah. We shouldn't force things in life. And without a shadow of a doubt, I ain't forcing a single thing in 2026. It ain't working, it ain't working. You drop it and move on. And let's see. Let me just finish the other ideas I had to make all these parts red. Oh no. That was a mistake. Is it a good mistake? Nope. Maybe if I displayed some of the techniques that Alex does use, but nah. I'm missing something. There's an element here that I can add. What the hell? I'm on the wrong layer. How did I get to the wrong layer? Ugh. Well, that's actually not bad. Because of the black background at the back. If I remove it, it feels hollow. Anyway. What the? Whew. Let me remove that. It's not supposed to be this difficult. Hmm. Let me do this. Gradient erase. Ah, the gradient erase seems to have done wonders here. Let's do it again. The one thing I think people lack in the snowflake indie space is a sense of humor. Hey, that's a good point. They really do lack a sense of humor. It's just, when they make fun of you, they'll be like, oh, you can't take a joke? No, mother effer, you're not joking. It's so weird. Such a miserable bunch of people they are. They ain't funny. They just ain't funny. Let's see. Alright, guys. Well, you know what? I have to leave this alone. I need time to think about it. At least I'm happy with the other pages I did. I know exactly what all of these other ones are gonna look like. Since it's black and white and all. Whoa, let me get rid of that one. Kinda ruins things. Don't read that one. Why did I put the dialogue there? But yeah, I really like this chapter. It's all about Arthur. All of it. He's such a mature little boy, you know, with so much self-awareness that it's scary. Still though, even though I do like Arthur, he's still not my favorite character. He still isn't. But I would like an action figure of him. That's for sure. Oh, cover. What are we gonna do with you? You make it desaturated. Ah, that's better. If it's desaturated like this, it's a lot better because the blue was a bit overpowering. This is 48 desaturation, 50. Let me take it to 60. Full on desaturation is, say it's 65. Slightly better. What if I made it dark? Messes up the cross. This color looks interesting. Red on red. Not too bad. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. The blue just doesn't work because Arthur is really warm as a person. He's not cold like that. He can't even be cold even if he wanted to. This sort of red this yellow kind of makes him look like a spirit. That is not the vibe. Okay, y'all. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Struggling like a mother. I'm gonna have to call this one off. Oliver, what's up? We need more roasts to freaks of nature. Hey man, I'm not done with roast per se, but there is growth. After all, I've roasted all the freaks of nature to oblivion and back, bro. All them rainbow freaks and weirdos, they've been toasted, grilled to the max, charred, bro, scorched beyond redemption. And they doubled down despite being, scorched. So what more can you say these days? What more can you say about a hunchback, a degenerate sack of trash who sits there, has a crash out every 24 minutes? What more can you say? They're already like crippled on the floor. All they do is just yell and spit. It's kind of sad at this point. Like, oh man, damn, look at you. You're just a disabled ogre at this point. Can you really beat down a disabled ogre? I don't know, man. I don't know. Besides, people want roasts. You go to Patreon, because there I do still roast people. Very much so. Space niggas galore are on Patreon, so yeah, there I'm very precise with my roast. Very precise. Communismo, thanks for subscribing. Yes, to hell with AI. Who is the strongest character you've seen in the indie comic besides your own? If you had to choose one. The problem is, we only know one super strong character in the indie space because white manga said so, and because I read the part Sano became a god, basically. So I would say Sano is the strongest indie manga character. He's so strong, it's ridiculous. In only 5 chapters, the guy's a god. What's the point of the story going forward, So I would say he is the strongest. And strength isn't everything in a story. Like it just isn't, Been out of the channel trying to produce, and a lot has changed, and you took a lot of good content. I took a lot of good content? You mean I took it away? Well, it had to be done, bro. But, welcome back. If this was a Star Wars comedy and Arthur was but older, I can see it. I can see it, Alexander. You killed my father. Arthur, I am your father. Yeah, that would be crazy, bro. That would be crazy. Yeah. Luckily, that's not the case. That's not the case. I meant strong by most appealing. Oh, most appealing character design. Okay, see, I would say, aside from my own, I have great confidence in the appeal design of Jacob. I guess I would say Young Wavy's Holy Arc character, he's really different, and that cyborg type of design automatically reminds you of Metal Gear Solid if anybody's played the games. It's a very, very strong design, very set apart from the norm, It looks like a video game character, but then it's in a manga format. So it's pretty interesting. It doesn't have the generic design thingy to it, But I would say that, honestly. Very few people, I don't think they think hard enough when they design their main character. It's like the shape language of your main character, the silhouette just has to be so precise that people can know who the character is in a silhouette. who's that Pokemon type thing, you know. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna have to cut it. I kind of like the way it looks here. Um, I kind of really do, but I'll sit on and think on it some more. We'll see. But once again, welcome to the new year. All the hunchbacks have been left behind. We ain't dealing with them anymore. So Volume 4 should be out in March. The Omnibus, hopefully in February. Yeah. So let's finish our work, y'all. Oh, some more questions. What do you think of Expedition 33? That thing touches the soul, it extrapolates from reality. I never played it. I don't like turn-based combat. I saw a lot of good things with it and a lot of bad things. But you know, the bad things with it are just people reaching at the same time. So I never looked any deeper because it's turn-based combat. So I was like, I'm good. I could see that. I think Wavy's character design is more memorable than many other indie characters. Yeah. Fandom loner. Well, I'm glad you inspired, bro. That's what we do. So now with that inspiration, the first thing you're gonna do is grab a cup of coffee, go sit at the desk, and start brainstorming, right? And then when you got $5, you're gonna send it over as a donation, right? That's what you're gonna do. It doesn't have to be now. It can be some other time. But 2026, we are taking over. No lollygagging, no mother suckers holding you back, right? You smell any shadiness, any weirdness from somebody, dude, you pack your bags, or you tell whoever you're dealing with that, look, man, I think you're being weird. Can you change your attitude, or I gotta get the heck up and out of here. If they continue being weird, you gotta do what's best for you, man. You know? That's it, y'all.